Dude, my dad was an alternate in the Olympics for wrestling. And
okay, what?
Yeah, he's like a national champ in judo.
Your dad can beat up everybody's dad?
Dude, my dad, no shit, I'll pull up the picture because we found the picture not too long ago. He fought a bear. Let me tell this story. He's
We're broadcasting live from Justin's apartment. I love load-ins here, living on the 3rd floor. That's super exciting.
Yep. The best aspects are looking down on all the people that can't afford to live in the 3rd floor apartment.
Because they aren't in physical condition enough to move their furniture up here.
Well, that and they don't just give this kind of apartment out to anyone.
Oh, they don't?
No.
They don't?
And you know what? That's a 1st floor apartment question.
I didn't know that.
That's real telling about you.
There's a whole league.
Yeah.
You have to graduate. So like, who'd you have to kill to get this one?
No, it's more like a society. Like it's a club.
Yeah.
You got to be rich enough.
Like a swingers thing?
And you got to have the swagger.
Okay. How much money do you have to make before parties are just boring? Because I feel like if most of the people who are making the most money right now are tech dudes and they're all autistic, that's got to be a lame party.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you got like Bill Gates, who seems like he'd be
I don't think there's a cap to it. I think there's a limit.
What?
On the downside, like you got to have so much money. Otherwise, it's not going to be fun.
I suppose. But like my observation is that people who make more than a certain amount of money, it tends to like they usually always have bad taste. You know? Like the tippy top of that is like, you ever been to like a small museum?
A small museum?
Like a little museum, like it's one room. And you ever walk around that place and just think about the guy who would collect that shit? Like, oh, just Roman coins and just statues of Buddha.
His wife definitely left him at some point.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know?
She's like, you've collected too many goddamn coins.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I walk around something like that and I see somebody that's got so much money and nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
You know?
That's an interesting correlation. People who have severe hoarder's disease or a collection of something.
And the means to go collect,
And rate of divorce.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
How often how many of these people are just doing it because they don't have their spouse anymore?
Are you saying that the museum used to be twice as big, or?
I'm saying the guy's lonely. You know?
Right.
So the coins are, they're not warm like a person, but they're warm when,
someone from 2,000 years ago held this and paid for their.
No, it's warm because he's getting like satisfaction out of collecting them. You know what I mean?
I mean, I can't speak for what motivates those people. I've met enough people to understand that sometimes crazy is just crazy, And, if you're into hoarding interesting artifacts like Indiana Jones or whatever, more power to you, Donating that to a museum.
Indy was always about donating it to the museums.
Mm-hmm.
And let that be on paper.
Except the Ark of the Covenant. You kind of put that one in Costco or whatever.
That one went to
the warehouse, right?
That one went to the government.
I thought it was just some like nameless box at a giant warehouse.
No, the government took it and they were like, we'll put it in our big, warehouse of all that other shit.
Is that what burned down California? Ark of the Covenant?
Could be. Some homeless people took it out for a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the FBI.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I think it's fun that everybody's learning that this Pope is, their job is to basically topple governments.
I think it's just awareness, like people, that's the aspect about internet that the government didn't really see coming was free information. And so like, even if stuff is written off as conspiracy, there's still like kind of an outburst of like information of stuff that they're like, oh shit, like that shouldn't have gotten out.
Right. Well, yeah.
Like, Probably Pizzagate. I mean, I don't know too much about Pizzagate. I'm not making a stand on it, but from what I've heard, there's like some weird, weirdness about it.
Well, okay, and that's my problem with like Twitter, is that like I'll give any conspiracy theory the light of day. Like I'll give it the light of day. I'm not gonna like change my life over the information that I get from it, but I'm gonna treat all of it that I see with the same amount of like disbelief. And then what's scary is whenever you see one of those things and then you see it on like a reputable news network and now it's real.
Yeah.
Like I was looking on X about the tuberculosis outbreak in Kansas City, and I'm like, pfft. And then I saw somebody else talking about it. I was like, oh fuck, that's real.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't know. It's the media, dude. Media is super weird nowadays.
Well, if everybody has a channel or an outlet, the trap that a lot of people get caught in is like, there's a lot of YouTubers. There's a handful of YouTubers that I'd see come through the comedy club, and they're really, really good at making like 7 minutes of a funny video, but they're trying to capitalize on it by doing like a comedy show, and they just don't have the chops to go up there and do it for an hour.
I think you got to have people skills. I think that's the thing, because there's funny people who aren't very extroverted, and those are the people who like would blow up online and not be good so much in person, or kind of awkward in person.
Yeah, Blake Fortner. Or the like, And I know that, stand-up comedy specifically is just a lighthouse for autistic people.
I mean, I think it's just a collection of, for one thing, brave people. Like, people who keep doing it and they're like
suffer
brave and
the
resilient.
indignity of failure.
I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, you just, and it's kind of like, it's just a trial of getting jokes right after a while. And I'm not speaking as like an expert. Like,
not to quote a Matt Rife movie, but Jamie Kennedy had a line in there. It's like, stand-up is fearlessness, authenticity, and time. And, you don't get to fearless the fearless thing is the hardest one, I think, to get over. Like how many times do you have to bomb before you like, quote unquote, find your voice or whatever? Yeah. And for me personally, like I was saying earlier, like I book all my own shows for the most part. I mean, I do have something coming up tomorrow, and this won't be out in time. But if I'm booking my own shows, like the open mics are more fun for me because I can actually, like, I'm not actually worried about anything anybody's going to say, because in terms, at least how I see it, like whatever the worst thing that could have possibly said has already been said. Mm-hmm. And I know that I have nothing, like I'm not like too thirsty for it, like yeah. I could just go up there and do it, not hoping to get a gig out of it. And, I've been getting more gigs since I've had that type of attitude towards it.
I mean, you've been like honestly the gig master from like the time that I've started stand up and in the time that I've known you. Like I'd say you're definitely one of the most active within the Northwest Arkansas scene.
I'd say the biggest change in the last like 2 years is that my health insurance is dependent on me having a certain level of income. Yeah, it's not a lot, but that is what's keeping that solvent, That's why I don't like winter. It's like
are these super reflective? Like, is this fucking up?
I mean, we can find out later. I mean, you're wearing sunglasses inside against the green screen that we're gonna.
It felt right though.
Out with.
Because we came on here to write.
We did write this shit. We did. I got a pen in my hand.
I got a pen too.
I got Pizzagate. I got League of Apartments. I got. I mean, if we're stuck on the campfire chat idea, we can do that. But how many? Okay, so I've known you for a while. Your brother's your roommate now. He's probably not the shittiest roommate you ever had.
No, he's the best, actually.
Yeah. Well, right, because y'all have the same boss, and
what do you mean?
I mean, your parents answer to the same power. No? Never mind. Anyway,
I mean, we're in our like later 20s. I haven't answered to my parents. Well, I mean, you respect your parents 100%. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like saying, fuck them.
But like once you could beat your dad's ass, it's kind of like, it's kind of over.
Dude, my dad was an alternate in the Olympics for wrestling. And
okay, what?
Yeah, he's like a national champ in judo.
Your dad can beat up everybody's dad?
Dude, my dad, no, I'll pull up the picture because we found the picture not too long ago. He fought a bear. Let me tell this story. This was after college, after he got wrestling at Oklahoma State, the top wrestling college ever. Not only that,
I thought it was Iowa.
Oklahoma State's wrestling program is the most winningest college sports program out of any college and any sport.
That's a fact check button right there. All right.
Look that up.
Yeah.
And Arkansas, go Pig.
Yeah.
We're up there for track. I just want to say that.
Yeah. I think it's the Hills.
It's a who?
The Hills?
I don't know them.
It's like the fucking hills that you have to run across.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's like the family
not
of the
family of the hills. No,
no,
it's the literal.
You know who popped into your mind.
The change in elevation. I don't know. No, I don't.
No.
I'm a sports retard. I don't know. The pandemic killed my interest in like sports. I used to pretend to like give a shit about fantasy football, and then I don't know. Once that kind of went away, I was just. And it was a combination of that plus like comedy plus like always, projects, having shit to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
I'm talking about how your dad could beat up a bear.
Oh, yes, dude. So he got done with wrestling and then he went to this like car dealership and they were like recruiting like people who, have like wrestling backgrounds or just football or like big motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And so they were doing this. Force? No, for this like event. Okay. It was like come and wrestle this bear, and he was declawed and muzzled, and it was just a big fucking bear, and he had never been put on his back. And the guy before my dad gets up there, and the bear just fucking squashes him. And it's like, oh shit, fuck. Yeah, and so my dad gets in there, and it's a Alaskan brown bear. And it's like...
it's only like the 5th largest bear.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking big, apparently.
It's from Alaska. The further you get away from the equator, the bigger the fucking bears are.
Yeah, I'll find the picture, but he can explain it better than, I retelling it can. But he somehow is like, getting around the bear. He tries to do something, and its fucking like neck is huge, so he can't like get around it. Yeah. He's like, oh my God.
Oh, geez.
And the bear is just like moving, and there's like no. Yeah, exactly. It's like, right. And like there's no like stop, stopping the bear. And so he's like, okay, I just got to like move with the bear's momentum. And so he like pushes on the bear's head.
He did judo on the bear.
Yeah, he pushes on the bear's head while he's still like got it like down or in its like, whatever he was doing. And so the bear pushes back up and then he just cross faces the bear and takes it down onto its back. And then he gets in and like loops in his leg or something like that. And he's saying like he's on the bear and the bear is like the bear has got like a fucking mad cow eye like staring at him. He's just like, what the fuck is going on? And so like,
did it have like a muzzle on it or?
Yeah, it was muzzled and declawed.
I'd heard Ron Javier has a story about that. I guess he has a friend who fought a bear. I use that to that's my measure for whether or not he's an old motherfucker or not, actually, is because you could fight a bear at the county fair.
Ron Javier fought a bear?
Ron Javier's friend fought a bear.
Ron Javier's friend fought a
bear. He's got a story. He tells it on stage, and it's if you ask him about it, he'll tell you. It's here's what it is. Ultimately, it's like the county fair used to be. You go into a big tent full of carnies.
This is so much more clear than Ron Javier would ever tell his story. Already, I just want to say.
Yeah. Well, you give him the. I don't want to.
I love you, Ron, but
be ageist. I mean, he's the hottest 70-something-year-old.
Like no, he's a fucking hot piece of ass.
Everything is like his head might be mush, but that might not even be the age. Anyway, so used to be you go to the county fair, you pay $5. Or maybe a nickel, I don't know. you get to fight a bear. And he had a friend that did it. Or no, it wasn't a bear. It was a goddamn gorilla. Fought a gorilla. And the story that he tells is his friend Bubba went to fight the gorilla. And the gorilla ended up being in a heat.
Ew.
Right.
So it fucked him?
Well, it was better at jiu-jitsu, one could say. Yeah. Anyway, back to the skit. Purposely not doing the dishes so you can film it? Is that...
That was part of the
That's
plan.
Hollywood as fuck. I like that, yeah.
That was part of the
don't
plan.
touch that. Leave
I'm
that mess.
saving that.
Yes, that's hard.
for a project, all right?
What if that's the skit? What if it's just shitty producers?
Just a lazy piece of shit.
What are you doing right now?
I'm trying to
Are you
find
looking
out.
for a picture of your dad fighting a fucking bear?
Yeah.
He's got a picture of it.
I do. It's not. I had it.
You got
not
too many
long
favorites,
ago.
dude.
You can't look through here. There's too many.
That's so much golf.
There's too many nudes.
Yeah, too many nudes. It's just him. Why do you favorite your own nudes, dude?
Who else's am I gonna favorite?
Yeah, dude. Plus, you don't even have to do that. Your Instagram feed. Like, you look at a pair of too long. That's all it is now.
You know what? I'll send it to you, and you just put it in post.
Yes, yeah. Marker.
It's right here.
This is the part.
There you go.
where-
I found it.
Yeah, this is a bear doing karate.
You can. Okay, so let me explain it. You can only see his leg. So the circled part is his leg from him standing behind the bear, and my aunt is the one taking the picture. But yeah, isn't that fucking insane?
No, that's literally insane. Like, that is like 1950s. Like, how old is your dad?
He's 69.
69.
Nice.
Okay, so he was like 14 when integration happened, right?
Yeah, he's a little.
69. That means that, like, well, I don't know. If he's got enough siblings, it means that.
I think he said he was there for when television was first like colorized.
Yeah, and then right after that, we went to fucking. Well, not right after that, but we went
His
to
dad fought in the Korean
Vietnam.
War. His dad fought in the
yeah, that's
Korean
what I'm
War.
getting at. Yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
or didn't actually fight, but flew. Grandpa Roy,
He flew.
Grandpa Jack.
What do you mean he flew? He was a pilot in Korea.
Yeah.
Was he like one of the helicopter guys that everybody's scared of, or?
No, dude. Okay, honestly, this is another crazy thing. We just found a newspaper clipping. He apparently worked for the Secret Service, like the White House Secret
What
Service.
the hell was he doing in Korea?
Dude, he's a big motherfucker too.
He's fighting bears.
Yeah, his son fought bears. You know, I'm here. You know, fighting something.
Podcasting. What a pussy you are.
I mean, I'm fighting demons in front of the lens.
indoors.
I got my own troubles and triumphs, you know?
Yeah, I do too. I just externalized all of them.
You know what? It's the microplastics. That's the proof in it right there. Strong genetics through the line. And then it comes down to here, and suddenly we got soft boys, soy boys.
What?
Him more than
Soybean
me.
boys. Yeah. No, but I learned something. About my dad. Totally super cool story. Opposite fucking reason. My dad actually failed the physical to get drafted to go to Vietnam twice because of his crappy knee. And I learned that, like, one of the only reasons that he went to college was so that he wouldn't get, drafted. And I blew my ACL playing. I tore my ACL like playing ultimate frisbee because I'm also an athlete. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and my shitty knee is the reason I'm alive. Long story short, basically.
Damn.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a weird one to like be grateful for on like a winter morning. Like fucking, like putting a knee brace on and then like,
Does it never hurt?
This is the only reason.
Does your knee ever hurt still?
Well, I mean, like, it doesn't hurt. Okay. So what happens is it just gets thrown out, and that is super uncomfortable.
Why don't you whine about it some more?
Well, no, I don't. The only time I'm bringing it up. I don't whine. I got a fucking knee brace on right now. Like, I was just like, I don't whine about it. Like, I'm playing around it. My girlfriend works with somebody who does not plan anything. He's like, I threw my knee out on the stairs and then I got a flat tire on the way to work. And I was like, I got an oil change and I had him put the full-size spare underneath where the space saver is so that I could get a new space saver in my knee brace because I don't want to get a flat tire on a day where I fuck myself up. Because that's aging, dude. Sucks.
How old are you again?
33.
50? Oh.
Yeah, I'm 50. I'm getting there. Well, so positive to alopecia is that, like, when I got struck by lightning at 25 and lost all my hair, you know, I knew that I just didn't have to get it. So long as I don't get stressed, I'm going to look the same as I do now when I'm 40. All my other friends are going to turn gray and start looking like shit, and then they're going to have to deal with that. I got all of it out of the way, like, early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's just that much more skin that you can, like, put lotion on.
Right.
To keep it healthy.
Yeah, right. You know what's the worst thing? They make alopecia shampoo. Like,
it's just more lotion?
Basically. I tried dumping it on my arm, it just rolled right off. Dude. I was like, that's, you know. What do you call that?
There you go.
Racist.
This is a good writing session.
Yes, this is a good writing session. Well, I'm thinking, like, I don't know, what might happen between... So, like, what is the scene that you're describing here?
Okay, so
like,
the first scene I've explained to you already.
Cue Red Dead Redemption film. All right, yep.
Set the stage.
Yep.
One last job. Arthur. Listen to me, Arthur.
Sorry.
What is that one? One last job. Are these the markers?
Well, I mean, yeah, we definitely need to cut out of there.
Why?
Just because it'll confuse people and make it sound like we're talking about something worse.
Oh, okay.
That's the other thing. Is like, okay, we got to now. All right. You know that Jimmy Kimmel segment where it's like unnecessary.
Do you have to? What have we talked about?
I don't know if you have to. I'm gonna do it. Your dad beat up a bear. But is he hammered? Yeah, cut out all that dead air here.
You're gonna cut.
This is a writing session. I don't know if you're aware of that.
That's what I'm doing.
It's about, like, you know, an hour and a half of jerking off, 5 minutes of actual work, and then. I mean, I guess if we're trying to shoot it tonight, that's going to be tricky.
We can do some shots for sure.
All right, so scene opens. Mm-hmm. Are we putting camera on dirty dishes right away?
So, scene 1, step up and us shake hands.
Okay. And are we throwing to, like, what are we trying to imitate when we're doing that?
So that's just the start of the thing. So it's going to be the shot of the TV, and then we're both going to step into frame and then start shaking hands, and then it'll transition overhead. And we'll, like, be shaking hands. And then it'll go to you looking, and then a quick transition to me looking, and then we'll, like, sit down. And then it'll, like, you know.
What are we looking at? Like, I'm looking at you, or I'm looking at...
You're looking at me, and
yeah.
I already told you where the camera placement's going to be. And I'm looking at you. And then we'll start out and say...
So that's 3-shot sequence to film a handshake. Got it. All right.
Yep.
Look, all right, yeah. Cool, easy, no problem.
That's the intro. But then from then on, it's super basic. All it is just a transition back and forth between our 2 shots. And then we can introduce other shots with, like, you know, the dishes and shit like that.
Okay, well, I like the dishes. I'm thinking, like, okay, so we're having this skit about 2 roommates dramatizing a dispute about the dishes. I think it should... If it opens with the handshake... If it doesn't open with the handshake, it would open with, like, the dishes. Just a picture, like a... You know... A scene of the mess. And then I start talking. You start talking. I start talking.
Let's make that the first thing we talk about. The dishes. Like, yeah, so it'll, like, be us sit down, and then we're both... You know, we sit down, and then it's like...
Brother, I hate that it has come to this, but...
What did you call it?
It's been more than a fortnight since anyone's done the dishes, and I've got a pretty consistent track record on this, and then it'd be really. Okay, so last time I asked you to do the dishes, you threw them in the front yard. The city's already on our ass. Why would you do that? We have a backyard, and then you get way too defensive.
Brother, most of the dishes are not even mine. They are, in fact, yours, brother.
The birthday party was more than a month and a half ago, dude. That thing is becoming sentient. We need to do something about this before we...
It needs to be more of like a formal. Like, here, let me show you the...
okay, I mean, I'm just trying to get the beats.
Yeah. Because I was telling you about those pigs. Hold on.
All right, let's make it old. Brother, the dishes haven't been done for so long that my almost contracted typhus. What? Consumption? Yeah, everybody's trying to be Ving Rhames.
Ving Rhames? Who's that?
He's a deep voice guy. You know, like the dude, Mr. Whatever from Pulp Fiction.
The bald guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, right. No, I heard. That's what I heard. Brother.
No, like just the tone of how they were talking. Like kind of a little elevated and slower, and it's like dramatic. The dishes have been like not done in a long time.
Very long time.
In a very long
More
time.
than
a fortnight.
He gets hit with an arrow.
Yeah, like Game of Thrones-esque, you know?
We could edit in an arrow. That's going to take too much work. Okay, so if we're dramatizing the dishes, can't we just act as ourselves and be extra?
Well, no, that's the absurdity of it. It's like a wartime meeting over doing the dishes. So, who's going to do the dishes?
Yeah, it's the Civil War, and the chef died, and we need more dishes because doctor keeps dirtying up our knives, amputating.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out.
What are you even talking about?
I'm trying to make the setting. You know, okay. I'm trying to imagine some situation where people are talking to each other like this about dishes.
Oh, it's like two nobles sitting down, kind of elevated nobles sitting down to talk about who's going to actually do the dishes. So the first person will say, let's see, I'll play the dude who you're trying to get me to do the dishes. So you're coming up and you're like, brother, I have called this meeting.
Brother, I have summoned you here. See, okay, I hear that, and I'm just thinking, we
don't have to say brother. You could just be like, what is the reason for this meeting?
I have called you here today.
Perfect.
All right, yeah. Summoned you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I feel like I'm imitating an NPC in Diablo. Is that what I'm doing? You know what Diablo is?
Yeah, Diablo the game?
Dude, your dad would be so disappointed in you. I'm just kidding.
Is it a game?
I'm sure he's it's a game.
Yeah,
it's a game. Yeah, no, right. You nailed it.
Oh, okay.
Does your dad play Diablo?
No.
That'd be crazy, dude. Fighting bears and playing Diablo?
Yeah.
Like Elon Musk, dude. I've summoned you here today to address an issue that has been
heavy on my heart.
Malignant. Yeah. Copyright's hard, guys. This isn't copyright. We're not selling shit, but not if we don't get the script right. Now, is this the first one you've ever done?
What, skit?
Yeah.
Or podcast?
No, skit.
Skit? No, we've done skits before.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, my brother and I used to make skits when we were kids.
When I had a film project, I got yelled at by a teacher.
Oh yeah.
It was. I put a Hitler mustache on myself with like Sharpie. Mm-hmm. And then like, fought various political issues like inflation and and stuff. And then, the message at the end is only you can combat government tyranny. Yeah. And then the teacher hated it, called us racist. I was in 5th grade, dude. It was pretty awesome. She was pissed.
That's pretty cool.
I totally forgot about that.
Have you made like other skits other than that?
Well, that was more my buddy Mitchell than that. No, I haven't really produced any skits.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally because I get hung up on technical stuff. Like the fact that you have 2 identical cameras gets me hard, It's just like, wow, look at the control. We can actually, make a continuous, because I don't know.
Isn't that amazing? Like, that's why I wanted to get another camera.
Right. Yeah. Well, like,
I mean, it's not the best camera, but, shout out Canon M50 Mark II. It's not the best one, especially because they just discontinued this line.
Fuck. Yeah.
So for any people that are getting cameras out there, these ones going forward are going to need like adapters and stuff for any new lenses that I want to get for them. But, they're not that crazy expensive and they're super nice. The quality of picture they produce is super nice. So, 2 of those and the lighting, fuck yeah.
Sponsored by Canon.
Sponsor me, Canon. I'll stick with you if you sponsor me.
Wish that your roommate would do the dishes. Wish you had a Canon. Get one.
This guy's got a Sony. Nice one. What is yours? What is that camera?
It's not mine.
I know it's your...
I'm not going to say it on the podcast.
Shout it out.
A7S3. It's way too nice.
Maybe they'll sponsor you.
No, they won't. No, I don't know if I'm perfect enough. Well, no, that's a Yamaha. And that was... All right, we're cutting that out. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
I called you to this meeting today to discuss a matter that has been heavy on my heart. It's been a fortnight since someone has done the dishes. And then you say, Mother, I threw the dishes in the front yard in the rain to have them get rinsed. And then I say, but we have a backyard. And then you say, what?
Yeah, I don't know. What's the craziest thing you can think of? Or the stupidest thing you ever think of? Do you ever do that to people? You ever hear like somebody ask you a dumb question, so you respond with the stupidest thing you can think of?
No.
Okay. Well, marker. Me neither. I don't do that to anybody. Sorry.
What do you think about the name Yeet Lord Prime?
It seems a little anachronistic for what we're going for, Robot from the future.
I'm thinking about changing my name.
Oh, you mean
Yeet Lord Prime?
Yeet Lord Prime.
I'll go as Yeet for short.
I'll be Swag Cray Prime.
Swag Cray Prime, Yeet Lord Prime. Give it to me.
That's the clip. I put the dishes in the front yard, but we have a backyard. And then you say, still hung up on.
Oh, and then I say,
I'm like, what's the scope? Because if we're shooting for 40 seconds, we could.
I'm picturing just like a 30-second, 1-minute video.
That's what I'm comfortable with because I've personally spent.
I just want to make something that looks nice that's funny.
Shout out to anybody who spent 2 hours editing a 30-second clip.
Yeah. I mean,
I got something to show you after this. I made an effect that I'm proud of. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so what are some old-timey dishes problems that people would have that we wouldn't think of?
Hold on. We're bringing in the third writer to give ideas.
Okay.
Dude, I paid for a subscription on this. Watch this shit. This is crazy. Another shout out, OpenAI, sponsor me. Fuck yeah. Go America. Fuck you, deep China. China. That's what he keeps trying to me. I think he's a fucking.
We just
This guy is a Chinese spy.
We just got 5,000.
The more hair he lost, the smaller his eyes got.
The more incendiary the commentary on this, the more views it'll get. And I don't want to be Mr. guy. You know,
You gotta keep
get
that
shoehorned. Oh, no, I mean,
How much of my stuff are you gonna cut out of this?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I got the napkin full of things. Yeah, I'm not gonna cut out the part where your dad was Teddy Roosevelt or something. One last job.
Yeah. Okay. So, two roommates. Two roommates meet and sit down to discuss this situation in overly formal discussion of who's trying to dish. Those protein shaker cups have not been opened in a fortnight. All right, let's see what OpenAI or this shit does with this. And we're not, just for the record, the point is not to just copy what it says, but it gives you ideas of potentials. And it's like, go off of that. It's a brainstorming thing. This is great.
Yeah. Well, okay. So
and I'm loading in a prompt that I thought of, like this situation.
I look at artificial intelligence as somebody with infinite patience that you can ask unlimited stupid questions to.
Yeah.
And then if I'm using it to do a creative thing, I'll ask it for its opinion and then not use any of them.
It feels to me like the essence of doing a 2 or 3 hour internet search condensed down into
2 seconds. Yeah.
Into 2 seconds. That's
exactly.
And it's like, I was going to get to this.
Google's better. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's I was going to get to this, but it's like now it's just.
That's why Google's ass right now is because the only way to get answers is to go into their.
Apparently, that one is the most powerful AI.
I'm telling you, I use it for all the coding that I do in the after, the post-production stuff.
You like it?
I use it to. I don't know shit about JavaScript except my basic vocabulary.
Yeah.
And in the last year, I've invented.
What are you drinking?
Some IPA.
Sponsor him.
Nope. This ass IPA. Do you have roommates who don't do the dishes and you don't want them to drink your beer? Try IPAs. It's like wet fart in a can. All right. No, but I was saying, I didn't know shit about coding a year and a half ago. And since then, there's been one button on Photoshop that I just didn't know how to use. And ever since AI came about and I got a friend who helped me with a couple of things, but once I know the vocab to create scripts, you can make your own hotkeys, So what I'll do is I'll do a shitload of editing on the audio part and generate a bunch of markers so that I can make a hotkey to make that script do whatever I want to it.
Wow.
Yeah. What you're doing is you're sitting down, you're hating your life, you're doing everything the long fucking way. And then when you're done with it, making a fucking, spending 2 hours on a 30-second video, you make a list of things that you absolutely didn't like about this thing. And then you have a conversation with the fucking computer about how do I do less of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah. I don't know. For work, for me personally, since I don't have any oversight, accountability, is it one of the metrics for success for me is if I can crank out another one of these things, a feature.
Look at this. All right. Scene. So here I'll explain the prompt. I wrote in, write me a back and forth comedy script based on this. 2 roommates meet and sit down to discuss the dish situation in an overly formal discussion of whose turn it is to do the dishes. Fireplace as background, and then quote, those protein shaker cups have not been opened in a fortnight. Title, The Dish Accord. Scene, a dimly lit apartment living room. A fireplace video plays on the TV, crackling majestically. 2 roommates, Jason and Marcus, sit across from each other at the table. Both
can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah.
ChatGPT is giving us a hell of a fucking editing job right now, but go on.
Editing job? What do you mean?
I mean, if I'm going to zoom in on the...
No, it's exactly how we were talking about. It's that one shot where it's the crackling TV and then we both step up and then it's the drums. So, it's already going pretty similar to what I was planning on.
Well, so is there a way we can pull up something in Red Dead Redemption where there's a campfire going that we can just virtual cameraman this thing for first person in, and then make that the.
No, there's YouTube videos of fireplaces. Have you never done those?
No, I mean I've done those. It's just I'm trying to like figure out how to
incorporate the green screen.
People are gonna have fun. Yeah, incorporate the green screen.
I don't want to incorporate the green screen into this one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. Sorry, James.
This is just a basic.
Okay, yeah. No, we're on the beach right now.
Let's do it. Oh, Epstein's Island. Woo! I'm a 13-year-old.
This is such a cool party. I'm not going to tell anybody about it.
This guy's a scientist.
Dude, who's your favorite rapper?
All right. So
I started accusing people of listening to Diddy right before I leave.
Well, here's
last time.
Here's the back and forth. So Jason and Marcus. Jason, we are gathered here to discuss the matters most pressing. And then Marcus, the dish situation. Indeed. As per previous agreed upon rotation schedule, the burden of cleansing the dishes should, at this hour, rest upon your capable shoulders. That sounds good. That sounds pretty good.
It's not funny.
What do you mean? That's what it is. The funny is about
part.
The absurd situation. It's a formal meeting over who's a roommate who's doing the dishes.
Yeah, but then the whole gag is dependent on like how good of actors we are.
Yeah, where it's just a back and forth. That's what most of the 30-second, 1-minute clip is. It's back and forth of us like saying these lines.
All right, yeah. What else you got?
And then,
well, I feel like there's more energy being put into like how we're gonna say it and the type of feeling that you want for the video to have than the words that are. I mean, we're obviously gonna rewrite all of it, but yeah, go on. What else we got?
Well, I mean, this is like pretty much what I'm picturing about doing.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just this back and forth, and then it ends with one of us like opening that protein shaker cup
as part of the terms in your dowry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said.
A compelling argument. However, my strict you to Exhibit A. Yeah, this is exactly like what I was talking about. So, like a compelling argument. However, I must direct your attention to Exhibit A. Gestures vaguely at the sink. And then we would like go over and take a pan over of like all the dishes and shit.
Well, and then it would snap from like Western campfire thing to
Western campfire. It was never a Western.
Okay, well, from whatever fire.
It's basic. It's a basic thing. Like it is
whatever
exactly as the situation.
Nabatean trade route negotiation.
No, it's just like the basic, roommates. Like we're modern day.
Oh, but we're just talking funny.
Yeah, we're just talking funny.
Well, where does the goofy setting come in? There
is no goofy setting.
It's just the apartment.
It's just a regular apartment. Yeah.
See, I had this all wrong. You see, I thought that we were like. Not to bring it, like I thought that we were like two generals meeting during the Civil War over a campfire to talk about something serious.
No, it's like us sitting at that table with that candle between us, and then we have this notebook and we have like this overly formal meeting with a close up on each of us as we say these lines, and then it's like going to the dishes, and then like it ends with that dramatic like protein shaker cup grenade.
Yes. Are we going to blow up a protein cup?
No, we're just going to spill a protein cup and then act like it's lethal and slow-mo. Die.
I like that. All right.
You get it now?
Yeah. Yes. Setting-wise, tone. Yeah. I think I'm closer to understanding.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like be a dick. I'm just like, I had this like kind of.
It's your shit, dude.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm the fucking director. Get to work, bitch.
What do you think of this?
You gave me confidence about it. Now you're right. This is my shit.
I shouldn't have. Yeah. That's going to be the name of the company.
Yeah, I already loved it. I like how you add the black side to it.
Yeah. Shout out to Grids, everybody.
That's cool.
Regular
Intelligence. LLC.
Regular Intelligence. Media company. Yes. All right. Regular roommate scenes. I don't know why I was thinking of Red Dead Redemption the whole time. Probably just because the video game's out on the thing.
That's what your creative set was on. You had a also different like theme kind of.
But you told me what you said, and then I thought something totally different.
Yeah, it was just misinterpreted.
Well, no, I mean that's just communication.
Yeah,
Cheers.
exactly. Cheers.
Yeah.
This is empty. I need another one.
You want to grab me one? Mm-hmm. Margaret.
Okay.
Because what I was thinking, I don't know why I immediately jumped to Old Western, but
It's badass.
well,
We could do that with the green screen. I'd be down to do another sketch like that.
Well, what I think would be, what I thought, I don't know, at the beginning of the day, I was like, okay, I've been telling everybody that you bought a soap opera starter kit, and and that, like just over dramatizing. Like, okay, I think that just like having a regular dispute, and that's what this is actually, having just a regular dispute in a regular apartment, but professionally pissing like the light out of it and making it so that it's like what, a little too good.
It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I thought just by the ridiculousness in that, because it was just, opening shot, regular apartment. We tear all this shit down. It's a regular apartment. And then like the scene starts and then we're both like blasted in the face by this thing and everything's like
No, we can dim it down. This thing can dim down. Well, it'll look good. Like that one will be more like a dramatic. This is a podcast setup.
Well, I'm saying like if we're doing comedy, we can get points for doing things wrong.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Okay.
What else I got?
So let's do. I called you to this meeting today to discuss a matter that has been heavy on my heart. And then where was that line that we liked?
The dishes.
I like that where I interject and I'm like, the dishes.
I just cut to it,
Yeah, Justin, the dishes.
And then, yeah, if we're doing this like a joke, we just need to trim it down.
Yeah. It'll be quick back and forth. Like, this is a lot. I know it seems like we're going through a lot, but it's so quick.
That's really what I'm scared of, is that the whole thing gets too flowery. All right, so you got the setup,
situation,
the premise, punchline.
Mm-hmm.
Punchline's dishes. What's the next setup?
Punchline is the
first punchline is dishes.
I mean, the whole kind of sitting in the absurdity is us going back and forth.
Yeah, but like rhythmically, if like the thing's gonna work, then
the punchline is dishes. Yeah, that's talking about dishes.
No, it's the dishes. That's the first like tagline. That's the first most ridiculous thing.
Oh yeah.
After right.
So the dish situation.
So now we need to take the rest of whatever the next 15, 20 seconds is and structure it like a joke so that we can use it to get to the next thing.
I agree. I agree.
So do we want to do the thing with the yard?
The yard? Yeah. I want to work that in, but I don't want it to be like the very next thing. Like I want it to flow kind of naturally. So like if we feel like once there's a situation to talk about throwing the dishes in the yard.
All right, but like I guess we're probably already like 20 seconds in.
No, this is like 2 seconds.
Stop. Read that sentence. Read that sentence.
So here we go. I called you to this meeting today to discuss a matter that has been heavy on my heart. The dish situation. It has been a fortnight since...
That's 14.
That was quick, too. You were counting like this.
Well, hey. No, I mean, you can check the tape. I don't want to... I mean, I'm just... Yeah.
We'll put a real timer.
That's what I'm saying.
Put a real timer.
There's a physical timer.
On that. This is the actual time for everyone that really doesn't believe Conrad can count accurately.
I got nervous because I started counting with my thumb. I might
You just got to say Mississippi. Hold yourself to that. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi.
You got sideburns on your hands, bro?
I know. I got eyebrows on my hands.
That's awesome.
I knew it was a matter of time.
A little mustache. You are a cave person, huh?
I am.
Sounds
Dude,
like
I
it.
took that 23andMe thing and it said I had like the max percent of Neanderthal.
Really?
It said I had the max percent.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Now look at your skull, dude. Oh, man. He's right. You're right.
I got I mean.
Hey, no, I mean, that's genetic diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, his dad fucking fought a bear. Of course he's a Neanderthal.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. All right. Dishes.
Yeah, the dish situation. And then
It's been a fortnight.
well,
since you did it.
let's just look at like what they say next.
I'm like, yeah, I used to want to be a rapper. Then I got embarrassed. But now everything's so fucked up, I guess I'm done being
So what made you want to be a rapper?
I don't know. You're 15, you're driving around, you're smoking pot, you're freestyling. It sucks. For years. You almost crash your car because you're thinking about what you're saying while you're driving instead of thinking about driving. You know? And then, I'll tell you, I don't know. I've been playing music like most of my life. And the thing about rap is that like the lead singer is also a percussionist. All right? Your syllables should land on the beat like a snare drum hit in like, I don't know, like drum line. You know, you know, because if you're not doing that, then it's just you know.
Apparently Biggie learned how to rap from being a drummer.
Yeah, that
He
makes
learned
total
drum
fucking
skills
sense.
first.
That's exactly what I'm
because
saying.
it conveys, you know.
And that's the job of the lead singer in a rap group. And there's not a hell of a lot of like bands that play rap, but I'll say this: like the only one that I can think of is the Roots, the house band for the Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show, and those guys have had a 40-year music career now.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen to many people. Normally what happens is you get really popular and then you smoke crack to death. Get rock and roll poisoning. DMX, Miley Cyrus.
That's right.
All right. Yeah, rap is, I don't know. I've always loved rap. It's just that, it's just, I don't know. Like, I look at it like this. It's like, you know how Frank Sinatra was a bona fide gangster? Mm-hmm. Like, he'd have you killed. I don't know why all these gangsters just want to sing. But the rap these days has just gotten so fucking crazy where it's like you got to, like, take an Instagram profile pic standing in a pool of your enemy's blood. That's unnecessary. Nobody's playing trombone right now doing that. Like, not one of them. And if there is one of them, he's probably killing it. Shout out to Trombone Shorty. But, like, yeah. No, I don't know. I look at music like, all the genres, how could they be different if they're all made out of the same stuff?
Yeah.
Like, there's only a certain amount of notes. And, the difference between, like, an interesting song and a less interesting song is, like, what happens within it.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, the whole idea behind rock and roll is that everything's already been done. And you take it, borrow, change it, make it your own. That's rock and roll. Like,
really? I've never heard that description.
Look at what Elvis did. And then look at what everybody did to Elvis. And then look at what everybody did to... Yeah. And then, like, if you're, because if you're playing guitar a certain type of way, there is a limited number of possibilities that you can eventually arrive at. And then couple that with the fact that, like, everybody growing up listens to everybody they listen to growing up. And, there's a bunch of overlap. Mm-hmm. Like, the thing that, I don't know, I'll draw a line at samples. Like Beautiful Girl by Sean Kingston is a 1-to-1. Like, the beat from that song
Put it up.
is just Stand By Me. I don't want to get flagged for copyright. I can't. Yeah, no, I got that beat is not ours. That chunk of the show is going to be
Do you know that one song? It's a Kanye song. It's like, and I wonder if you know what it means. Yeah. The original, that guy that's singing, and I wonder, the chorus to that song is, and this is my song, and no one can take it. And this is my song.
Dang. Well, yeah, it's just technology, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, maybe... Have you ever seen the Wrecking Crew documentary?
No.
So, once upon a time, between the 60s and 70s, there was one house band that made every chart-topping hit for every artist that came through California for a period of almost 20 years. Same band. Beach Boys, all those guys. And those guys were the Wrecking Crew. And a lot of those guys didn't give a shit about rock and roll. But they also recognized that the people who were making those albums were getting paid. So the interview that stuck out the most was this drummer. He's just like, man, I love jazz, but I'm not, if there's this rock and roll thing and it's going to pay me, then that's not beneath me. You go to where the work is, and maybe I'm being a puss by not rapping super hard.
I mean, I think you're doing rap on the side.
I'm doing everything on the side.
Yeah, seriously. You're on a song with a black dude saying the N-word.
Right, yeah. I'm at the top of the mountain.
You're hitting every stroke there, man. You're in the rap game heavy.
Okay, hold on. I got it. The N-word does look fun, and we invented it. No, I don't know. I wish. It looks pretty, as a songwriting tool, N-word looks pretty cool. Could be the turn on most of your song. I'm going to cut that from the show. But
parts of this show are kind of boring because we're writing and shit.
No, I know. That's why editing on this part is tough. That's what the markers are for.
I'm sorry if I just blank out and don't talk. It's
because you're trying to focus on literally something.
Well, I also like talking while we're doing it. So here's what I've got so far. It's pretty much the same. It's what we've read through.
Okay.
I'm just writing it out. So a bold claim.
I don't hear what you're saying when you write it, and I can't read your Cro-Magnon fucking handwriting. My 2-year-old, I know it's bad. It's shit, did a 5-year-old write this?
I got an example.
Oh, okay. Yours is bad too.
I was driving when I wrote that.
That looks about like mine.
Every show is Captain Planet. Yeah.
That kind of looks like my handwriting. If you'd shown me to this, I'd be
I had my knee on the wheel. I was doing
this.
That's why I write them down by hand, so I could tell what stupid idea I had. If you're drunk, you can't type in italics.
And then time, I was like, you got a whole ass paycheck, and it's it'll be whatever it is.
Actually, I think I'm going to be the other guy. So I'll take Colin, you take Justin Lines.
So I'm Am I the one calling the meeting?
I'm the one calling the meeting.
And then I'm the guy who didn't do the dishes?
Yeah.
Sure. All right. That's fine. I know you don't. Well, it's your stuff. Yeah.
I wanted to do that because I have a picture of how I want to do the protein shaker cup thing.
Yes.
And that's why I want to do that. It's because the guy that's calling the meeting is going to be the one to do the grenade scene. I just wanted to do that.
Yeah, no. I'm just thinking of like the technicality of the grenade scene.
Yeah, the song.
How do we get to the grenade scene? All right, so like that's the punchline of the whole skit, right?
I mean, the punchline of the whole skit is just the situation, but the end of the skit, the punchline of the situation,
the last,
is I bomb the meeting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then
we die, and that's the end of the skit.
Okay. So like, are we gonna like blow the thing up very dramatically, and then put it to slow mo, and then just cut to us laying on the ground?
It'll be.
Because I don't want to.
It'll be
act like I'm
4 to 5 shots. So there will be a shot of me taking the protein shaker cup, and then a shot of you turning and running, and then a shot of
do all that.
The protein shaker cup coming open and spilling a little bit.
Yep.
And then a shot of me like laughing, and then you.
Because it's anthrax.
And then you like falling on the floor. And then me like still laughing, and then you like throwing up and stuff, and then I like.
How long am I gonna be here?
I fall, and then it'll be a top out shot, kind of fading out. We can get Jordan to hold the gimbal, and it'll fade out of us like dramatically laying on the floor.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna release this podcast before the video gets done. Is what it's.
Okay, it's a prequel. There's a trailer.
Well, no, we're doing it.
People.
We collect the shots. I'm just thinking of like what we can do separate. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. Getting the shot of the exploding protein powder thing.
It's not going to explode. It's just us opening a bottle of a protein shaker cup.
I thought we were trying to get a big dramatic like you.
That's also the kind of absurdity is like I just opened this stinky ass protein shaker cup and we die.
All right. Okay.
You get it? Like it's pretty it's like absurd because it's so like stupid and just basic.
I mean, I kind of get it. I mean, I'm like shot for shot, like, you know, the stuff that like the technically challenging aspects of it are going to be like.
That's not a hard skit to shoot.
I guess, yeah.
The slow-mo is the biggest one. I don't, like, you and I both don't know slow-mo very much,
yeah,
right?
I do.
Okay, then
I'm telling you now, we can do it.
All right.
Yep. We got that.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
What's the slow-mo shot, though?
Several ones of us.
But
like,
which would, like, opening of the protein thing?
All of those shots that I just listed, the 5 shots. So like me coming out with the protein shaker cup and then you kind of like realizing and turning. Yeah.
And
then me like opening the shaker cup. So a view of my hands and like opening it and spilling it.
Right.
And then a view of you like crawling to get away. And then me like laughing. And then a shot of you like kind of falling and then a shot of me like laughing again.
So after you open it, I could already be crawling on the ground. Like,
I mean, we're going to kind of draw out your like, the real thing is your kind of cascade through the events of like, you realize, get away, and then you fall, and then you start like throwing up and dying. And then my shots are me bringing the protein shaker cup out, opening it, and then a couple shots of me laughing, and then a shot of me laughing and dying.
I mean, I could just suffocate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
the vomit part's going to be technically hard.
You just get water. We'll just put some water in your mouth for a shot, and you'll just be like, and spit it on the ground.
Saying, like everything's super lit, so I could just make it super dramatic, like rooster tail it while I go down.
Yeah, you can
make that. Well, that's what I'm thinking.
We could do that on one of them.
Well, because like in order to make the video engaging, I'm thinking that like anytime
I want you to have creative freedom on a lot of these takes. So like we're getting this structure set up, but when we actually do it, I want you to like, if you feel like trying some stuff, we'll have takes of that too.
Cool. Well, I'm just saying, like, there needs to be. I don't know. You ever listen to the Bud Light Real Men of Genius commercials? I say that like it's a goddamn radio station. You ever heard those?
No.
There's a format to them. All right. There's a really, really good format to them. Here, let me show it to you. We'll edit this part out too. And this is
the video. It's like, okay, yeah, obviously, like it's a humorous like thing.
Mm-hmm. So where are we at on the?
So I've got the sit down of the meeting. I say it's your duty. You scoff, say it's a bold claim. The majority of them are mine. And as you recall, it is not your duty to foster my inadequacies. And then I was going to be like a compelling argument. However, you forget the protein shaker cups. They have not been opened in a fortnight.
I've been paying rent.
You've been paying rent?
Well.
Oh, yeah. The rent thing. Yeah.
Fortnight, rent. How do we get to the opening of the cup?
You're going to do the rent part now.
Yeah. I'm the one paying the rent?
No, you're the one. You're the one that's paying the rent for me. So you're going to be like, I own you.
And it's... Okay. All right. You call the meeting and then I turn it on you.
Yeah, I call the meeting. So basically, I'm calling the meeting. And the guy who calls the meeting... So, like, my character is the guy who comes in, calls the meeting, and he's got the protein shaker cup grenade.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you need to do the dishes. And the other guy's like, it's not my plan to do the dishes. It's yours. He's like, I pay the rent. I own you. And
I could totally be Palpatine for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just going to be the evil pig, Like, and I'll break out the protein shaker cups. Yep, and then it's gonna be good.
Okay. Well, no, I'm just all right. So it sounds like we're
about like
halfway there.
Yeah, about halfway there.
We got like 2 more lines.
I mean, probably like 3 or 4.
3 more stanzas and then a cup.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
I mean, it's not like super long. Like that's about how long of the interaction I wanted it to be. But I don't know where this one's going with it. I'm just picking up like the phrasing that it's using because I like a lot of this phrasing. Like the words that it's bringing.
Your lack of not my...
Yeah.
So should I be Palpatine for that?
Let me hear your Palpatine.
It's that. It's just...
Read...
You haven't done the dishes for longer than a fortnight.
Here, take a...
All right, dry read. Here we go.
Bold.
Here, you.
Let me
show
read
me
it to you first.
I'll kick it off. How about that? I'll just read it or try to.
All right. Here, so
I called this.
No,
meeting.
this is me.
Oh,
I'm Connie.
Forgive me. All right.
Yeah. Okay. I called you to this meeting today to discuss a matter that has been heavy on my heart.
It's been
No, and then you read this one.
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah.
The dishes.
Yes. It has been a fortnight since anyone has even so much as looked at them.
As per our previously agreed upon rotational schedule, the burden of cleansing the dishes should and shall rest upon your shoulders.
So on this one, draw it out more. So as per our agreed upon rotational schedule, the burden of cleansing the dishes should and shall rest upon your shoulders.
A lot of music in this one.
As per our previously agreed upon rotational schedule.
How about
as per our agreement.
No. The agreed upon rotational schedule is great.
You don't think it's too verbose?
That's the point. The whole thing is verbose for a stupid reason.
As per our previously pre-scheduled
Yeah, exactly.
As as for our previously agreed upon rotational schedule, the burden of cleansing the dishes should and shall rest upon your shoulders.
There you go. Nice.
All right.
A bold claim. But tell me this, if it is indeed my turn.
Read his own handwriting.
I could see where it's at. Then why are the majority of the dishes from your origin? Oh, wait, hold on.
Your own inadequacy has led to this.
Meaning...
I'm gonna go off book and then just throw you off like 1,000 times.
I don't need no letters. So here's to you, Mr. Doing the Dishes roommate.
Okay, so the next line should be the rent one. So you forget.
I've been paying your rent for the last season.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
season.
Yeah, that's an old word to describe time.
Yeah.
It was colder when you did dishes.
The last... you forget.
40 moons ago.
That it is I who has been paying. Whomst. Whomst have been paying your rent.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the rhythm. Yeah.
And then I'll gasp. And then it'll pan immediately back to you, and you'll be like, for a season! Or for over a season!
Since the last harvest.
Since before the last harvest.
Yeah. Before the last hour, yeah. That's your season, right?
Yeah.
Same deal, more verbose.
Or, forget that it's
When do these guys pay rent? Is it the first of the month or is it whenever the moon does
definitely
stuff?
the first of the month. Definitely, yeah. It's the first
They're
of the
Americans
month.
first.
Yeah. We need that money. Forget it is I who has been paying your rent. For over a season. No. It has been so long now.
What's a stupid thing that we can harvest? Other than lemonade coin.
Lemonade coin?
Or,
Since the last
Hold on. Hold on. I was
Bitcoin harvest.
Mr. Giant Knuckle Salad Inventor.
yes.
I'm gonna take a piss.
Oh, jeez.
How am I doing on battery? 9%. All right, well. I guess I could.
I got a battery charger.
I was gonna plug it in. Cause it's a smartphone. Ah, titties. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Woo! What do you got? That's bar 5.
Yeah, we're coming up on the end.
It's been so long. I struggle to remember.
You forget that it is I whom has been paying your rent. It has been, yes, it is, and it has been so long that I struggle to remember that when that agreement was consummated. So you see, the dishes were never mine, because you, sir, work for me. That's your line.
Okay. I mean, we can still use brevity and make it long and flowery. The fortnight line hasn't been used yet.
The fortnight?
Yeah. Can you do one of these?
Yeah, I can.
Oh!
Hold on.
That was close enough, I believe you.
I haven't done it in a minute. It's like...
I got it.
You got it?
Ah, shit.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a real boy.
We can clip that in. You're like, we could use that. Sponsored by Miller Lite.
Just in a Coney writing session. What about movie?
Hey, we're getting some heat down here. I mean, you guys are going to like this. If you've been watching this podcast up until this point,
We're not live streaming.
we're podcasting.
We are, yes. No, this will get edited.
Yeah.
Yeah.